alaikum. Today I will explain Sailing to Byzantium by William Butler Yeats. But before I start explaining the poem, I want to explain two things. First, who is William Butler Yeats, our poet, and what is Byzantium? Because we need to understand these two words before we start explaining the poem. So William Butler Yeats, he is a modern poet. He is Irishman, and he is in his early writings and in his early times, he seemed like a romantic poet, but in his later works he had a very strong modern themes in his work. So and one of the most important themes in modern literature is art. They celebrated art and they thought that art is the most important thing in the world. So, and Byzantium. What is Byzantium? Byzantium is an ancient city. It was the capital of the Roman Empire, and before it was also called Constantinople, which means Istanbul now. What is there in Byzantium? If you happen to visit Byzantium, there is ancient churches, castles, mosques. There is so many great artworks in Byzantium, in Istanbul. Imagine that you go to Hagia Sophia, which is in Arabic we say Hagia Sophia. If you go to Hagia Sophia and you visit this great mosque, now it is a mosque. It was declared by President Erdogan as a mosque 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I don't remember. But inside this mosque there is great paintings, and these paintings are from holy figures. There is a paintings on the wall, paintings of Jesus Christ, and also some paintings of Jesus' mother, who is Mary, and also some paintings of John the Baptist, Johanna, which we say in Arabic Al-Nabi Yahya, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May peace be upon him. And so this is Byzantium, Constantinople. It's a very ancient city, and it's a city that has survived for many years, and it's a very important and significant city in the history of humankind. So now we know Byzantium, and we know William Butler Yeats as a modern poet. So we can think about we can foreshadow the ideas of this poem before we start. And another information about William Butler Yeats, he wrote this poem when he was 61 years old. So also before we start reading, as a human, what is our feelings when we are 61 years old? What is the consequences and the feelings of age, of being old, like 61 years old? How we start to think at this time. And I want also to consider the impact of the First and Second World Wars on this poem. They no longer trust religion as they used to. It's different in Islam, for example. When there is war, we become more close to God, to Allah. But some modern poets started not to believe in religion so much and not to trust religion. Anyway, now I will start reading the poem. That is no country for old men. The young in one another's arms, birds in the trees, those dying generations. Oh, at they sung, the salmon falls, the mackerel, crowded seas, fish, flesh or fowl, command all summer long, whatever is begotten, born, and dies. Caught in that sensual music, all neglect moments of unaging intellect. So, that is no country for old man. As we said, William Yeats is old now, he is 61 years old, and he is saying that this country, and he is using the word that, not this. Why? Because it seems like it gives us a sense that he is far from this country. He is no longer belongs to this country, to his own country. So he is saying that that is no country for old man. I am old man now, and my country is not for me. It doesn't suit me anymore. The young in one another's arms. The young people, the lovers, he means. Young people are falling in love, and they are having such nice feelings, and birds in the trees, those dying generations. But after he says birds in the trees, lovers, it seems like he is mentioning nice, lovely, but weak creatures, like those dying generations. Yes, you are young now, and you have a beloved, and for example, either you an animal or human, birds in the trees, lovely birds singing. But is that going to last forever? No, that will have an end. Okay, at this song, the salmon falls, the mackerel crowded seas, fish, flesh, or fowl command all summer long, whatever is begotten, born, and dies. So everything is begotten, everything in this world is going to decay one day. And pay attention to these words: fish, flesh, or fowl. Fowl is also kind of a bird, like a lark or something like that. So he is mentioning so weak creatures. Creatures like fish or like fowl, they live for maybe 2, 3, or I don't know, 4 years. So he's comparing life to the life of these weak creatures, because life is so short. He is 61 years old now, and he thinks that, well, my life my life was like a dream. Now I am aging, and my body is going to desert my soul. So what am I expected to do? And here, caught in that sensual music, all neglect moments of unaging intellect. So sensual means, the meaning of sensual, it is the opposite of spiritual. Okay, the opposite of spiritual. And he is saying that those dying generations, those young lovers, those birds, those weak creatures are focusing on sensual life. They deny their spiritual life, and they don't understand that they are going to be aging one day. So that is his argument. So from the first stanza, we can understand that our poet, the speaker, he has a problem, and his problem is being aged, being old man, and that this world is not for him. He is aging, and this world is not for old people. It's for the young people. So the second stanza, the second is: an aged man is but a paltry thing, a tattered coat upon a stick, unless soul clap it is hands and sing, and louder sing for every tatter in it is more mortal dress. So we know that the problem of our poet is mortality. He wants to be immortal, not mortal being. So here, this is a very important and confusing lines. A paltry thing. So, and the old man is a paltry thing. Paltry, it means something insignificant, something trifle. Okay, but if you are an old man, you are insignificant, you are trifle, you are nothing, unless what? A tattered, yeah, he is a tattered coat upon a stick. Well, what is a tattered coat upon a stick? When we go to a farm, okay, I remember when I was a child, we go to the farm, and in the farm there is a stick, and upon this stick they put a shirt or some piece of clothes, and in order, to save the plants from birds. So in Arabic we say فزاعة. he means الإنسان القديم، الإنسان الكبير عبارة عن فزاعة، إلا أن يشبهه بالفزاعة إلا بحالتين: أن يجد حل لنفسه، أو أن يكون استمتع بحياته في شبابه. هذه هي الفكرة. So, unless soul clap its hands and sing, and louder sing for every tata in its mortal dress. So you are an insignificant thing unless you have a solution for that. We have two possibilities here. The first possibility is when he says soul clap its hands. When a soul clap its hands like this, it means that his soul finds something, some solution, and that we will understand this solution in the upcoming lines when he say that he is going to sail to Byzantium and he is going to be an art. I mean, he will ask the holy paintings in the walls in Istanbul, in Byzantium, to take him as art, and he doesn't want to be a human being anymore. Okay? Or the second possibility, that he is saying basically it is, if you enjoyed, unless soul clap its hands and sing, and louder sing for every tata and it is mortal dress. Maybe we can also and analyze it like that: a tata and its mortal dress. The mortal dress is the body, okay, the body of a human being, and the tata means something shaggy, but maybe we can understand that the tatas are the five senses of a human. So if you enjoyed your life as young, if you loved, and if you eat, and if you drink, if you enjoyed this life, then it's okay, it was worth it. Okay, so if you felt the glory of your youth and your life, there's no problem, it was worth it. This is the second possibility of this lines, as I understood it. So here, nor is there singing school, but studying moments of its own magnificence. So, moments of its own magnificence. So he is saying that we are old people and we want to save our souls, we want to be immortal, but how? I mean, this world, our world, is so material, and there is no place to keep your ancient soul alive in this world. So what he is going to do, he is going to go to Byzantium, and therefore I have sailed the seas and come to the holy city of Byzantium. Byzantium is Istanbul, as I have said. Now, I mean, it's a metaphorical journey. He imagines that he is in Istanbul now, in Byzantium, and while he is in Byzantium, we will see what he is going to do in this stanza. O sages, standing in God's holy fire, as in the gold mosaic of a wall. So he is addressing the holy creatures. Sages means holy figures, like the figure of Jesus, may peace be upon him, or the figure of John the Baptist, or the figure of the Virgin Mary. He is addressing these figures for what? We will see. Come from the holy fire, burn in a gray, and be singing, masters of my soul. Here, this sentence is quite confusing. Perny in a gray. Perny, this is not an English word. I think it is maybe an Irish word. I don't remember. But the meaning of this word is spin. Okay, spin. In Arabic we say bakra. So he means, and he also means by that spiral movement, حركة لولبية. He means that everything in this life is changing according to the course of nature. Even religion might change. So because modern poets, they didn't trust religion so much, they trusted art. Okay, so he means that this life is changing by saying spiral movement. حركة لولبية يقصد أن كل شيء في الحياة يتغير. كل شيء. هذا قصده الله أعلم بالحركة اللولبية. And be the singing masters of my soul. So he is addressing these holy figures to take him with them. He is saying that consume my heart away, sick with desire, and fasten to a dying animal. He is addressing them that I am like a dying animal now. He wants them to take him to them, and he wants to be a piece of art. He wants to be art itself in order to survive and in order to be immortal. It knows not what it is, and gather me into the artifice of eternity. So now we understand why he is going to go to Byzantium, because he wants to be art. He wants to be art itself in order to be immortal, in order to save his aging soul, his aging body, and his aging soul that is going to be deserted by his aging body. So here, once out of nature, I shall never take my bodily form from any natural thing but such a form as Grecian goldsmiths make of hammered gold and gold enameling, to keep a drowsy emperor awake, or set upon a golden boat to sing to lords and ladies of Byzantium of what is past or passing or to come. Here in the last stanza, basically this poet, the speaker, is saying that even when I die, as a Christian belief that even in Islam we believe that after dying we are going to be resurrected. Okay, so he is saying that I don't want to be resurrected in my bodily form after I die. Okay, instead I will be resurrected as a piece of art, as a piece of work, and he is mentioning as Grecian goldsmiths make of hammered gold. In ancient Greek, there was, if you studied ancient mythology like Greek mythology or Roman mythology, there are some figures, they call them gods, and these figures create some one of them, I don't remember the name of this god, a Greek god. He has a hammer and he makes things. So he wanted to be a piece of art, okay, that is made by Grecian goldsmiths. So, and even in ancient Egypt, he is also mentioning gold here. Why gold? Because gold can endure. Gold can endure, gold can survive for so many times and keeps his equality. So that is why he is comparing himself to he wants to be Grecian, piece of work. So I mean, we understood that in this stanza he wants to be resurrected as a form of art instead of human. He doesn't want to be human anymore. That is the basic explanation of the poem. I try to use so simple words, and I didn't actually write so many things, but I think my explanations were enough for students to understand, since I am a student also and I understand how students think. So as I understood this work from my instructors and through my research, I think that I have explained this poem in a basic way, and I have focused on so many important ideas in this poem. So before I before I finalize the lecture, I just want to retell this story. We have our speaker, William Bolter Yeats. He has a problem. He is aging. He is 61 years old, and he thinks that life is so short, and it doesn't suit him anymore. So he wants to save his soul and his body. So he decides to go to Byzantium, to Constantinople, in order to become art, because he believes that art is the thing that can survive forever. And yes, he is kind of true, because I mean, in this life so many things changed, but we still have some great works in ancient Egypt and in Greece and in Rome, and they are still valuable till today. So yeah, he is kind of right, but well, yeah. So he goes there, and at the last stanza he also says that, yeah, then he says, but how I can become immortal, and my life, the country, this existence, this world that I'm living in consists of material things, of things that will fade, and I can't be immortal in my world, so I have to find a solution, and the solution is by being art itself. So if you have any questions regarding to this poem, please write in the comments, and I will strive to answer your questions. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe in my channel if you are interested in my videos, and like them. So God bless you, and see you in another video. Goodbye.